Hi everybody, welcome back. We're going to do some yoga, so get yourself ready, unroll your mat, grab props if you'd like to use them. I'll see you right back here. Hi again. We're going to start today in a semi-seated position on the mat in star pose, a nice yin yoga stretch. So have a seat, bring the soles of the feet together, but give yourself some space. So your feet will be together, knees out, but give yourself room here, sliding your feet out a little bit. So we're not going all the way in like we would with Baddha Konasana. Take your hands onto the feet, round down, relax the head down. You can always slide your feet out a little bit farther out if that feels okay to do. Please modify your practice today as it makes sense for you. And as we begin, just soften into your space. Relax the head down, letting your shoulders round. And just let the breath move nice and easy. Letting go of all the other things off the mat. We'll hold it here for about 3 more deep breaths. And as you come out, you can slide the hands in, slowly return upright. Your head will come up last. Come into a cross-legged seat on your mat. Fold your left ankle in front, so your right ankle is in front of your left ankle. Okay. Sukhasana, easy seat. You can stay here in your Sukhasana if it feels okay to do so. You can take another yin yoga stretch, Agni Stambhasana, which is fire log pose, bringing your right shin on top of the left. So your right ankle's on the knee, right knee on your left ankle. And you're gonna know right away whether or not this is something that you should do or not. So you can stay in the cross-legged seat or here. Arms behind you, lean in. If it feels good to do so, walk both hands out, lean forward. And again, just let yourself round a little bit here. We'll take another deep breath or two. And returning upright again, head up. Take your right foot in front, plant your foot on the mat, extend the left leg straight out, step your right foot to the outside of the left leg, Ardha Matsyendrasana, seated spinal twist, chest up, twist to your right side, drop the right arm back, look right, maybe peek over your shoulder and hold for another full breath. Come back through center, take a little counter stretch, go to your left. Unwrap everything to the middle. We'll go the other way as you come into a cross-legged seat. Now, the right ankle folds in first. Your left ankle is in front of your right. Option to stay here or Agni Stambhasana, fire log. Bring your left shin on top of the right shin. Keep a straight line from your ankle to your knee. Either way, you're getting the hip stretch. Do the variation that makes sense for you. Start with your fingertips behind you, lean in. Option to walk both hands out, fold forward a little bit deeper. Let your head soften down, keeping the breath moving nice and easy. Give it another full breath or so. As you release, return upright, head up, take your left foot in front, plant the left foot flat, straighten out your right leg. Ardha Matsyendrasana, step the left foot outside the right leg, twist to your left side, look left, maybe peek over your shoulder, hold for another deep breath. Return through center, little counter stretch, go right. Come back to center, unwrap the legs, come forward to hands and knees. Let's take downward facing dog, hips up and back. When you get to your first down dog, of course, if you want to walk out the feet a little, go ahead, stretch out the legs, pedal out your heels. Taking a big inhale, lift the heels up. With your exhale, sink the heels down. Bring it forward to plank pose. You can drop the knees, or if you like the challenge, keep your body in one straight line, lower all the way onto your belly. Untuck the toes, Sphinx pose. Slide the hands in front, press down, chest up, let both elbows lower onto your mat. Keeping your arms bending at a 90-degree angle. Your shoulders should line up nicely over the elbows. Spread the fingers wide, look past the nose. Let yourself just relax in the stretch here. You're automatically getting this passive back bending stretch. Option to hold it here if you'd like to add on, adding a quad stretch, feel free to do so. Slide your left hand in a little bit, bend the right knee, now reach your right hand to the foot, draw your heel in toward the hip. Hold for another deep breath. Release it out. If you tried the first side, try the second side. Right hand down, slide your right hand a little bit in just for some balance. Left hand to left foot, draw the heel in. Give it another deep breath. Letting it go, return to center, slide both hands into opposite sides of the chest, and actually let your arms reach all the way out toward the sides like airplane wings. Roll onto your right arm, keep your head down as you look toward the left, step your left foot behind you on the mat. Option if you want to step your left foot in front, that's absolutely fine if that needs to happen. Your left hand just rests wherever it's comfortable for balance. Relax the shoulders. We want the primary stretch here to be through the right shoulder. We want the rest of the body to ease in as best it can. Hold for another deep breath. Come back to center, roll onto your belly, go the other way. Now your left arm reaches all the way out to the left side, roll to the right, step your right foot behind you or in front of you. On the floor, your right hand can slide in or rest wherever it needs to, just for balance. So leave your right hand where it feels good. Ease into the stretch, relaxing through the body, holding for one more breath. And coming back again through center, slide both hands in to opposite sides of the chest. Come onto hands and knees, return to downward facing dog, hips up and back. Let's hold it here for another deep breath. Put a little bend in the knees, look forward, walk or hop your feet to the front. Fold over the legs when you get there, the feet slightly separating. Start rolling up slowly to stand. As you press down and uncurl, lifting all the way up. Standing tall in Tadasana, relax the shoulders. Bring the palms together at the heart. We'll start with a little tree pose, Vrikshasana. Shift your weight to the right leg, turn your left toes out to the left side. Just look straight ahead past your nose, listen carefully. Step your left foot inside the right leg. You can go above or below the inner right knee, not directly on the inner right knee. Bring the palms together again as you need. Relax the shoulders, press down, arms high, reach up, drop the shoulder blades down the back. Soft gaze, keep the breath moving. We'll hold one more time. Bringing both palms together at the heart. Let's come into a standing figure four. Point your left knee straight forward. Bring your left ankle above the right knee. Bend your right knee as you sit, one breath. Step into warrior one. Bring your left foot back. Spin the back heel at a 45-degree angle. Arms high, reach up. Interlace all 10 fingers overhead. Press the palms up. Option to either look straight ahead or look up and take one more breath. Look straight ahead. Lower both hands to the mat, opposite sides of your right foot. Parsvottanasana will straighten the right leg and round. Use blocks under the hands if that helps here. If the right knee needs to bend, just let it bend, that's okay. Hold for another deep breath. Bring your right hand inside the right foot, bend the right knee, keep the chest lifting, Skandasana, side lunge, go to the left, back of the mat, bending at your left knee, stretch the right leg, hold for a breath. We'll come into our wide-legged fold, Prasarita, come up to center, feet are parallel, hang over the legs, hands down, head down. Maybe walk the arms out if you like, or hold on to your lower legs, whatever feels good. Take one more breath. We'll meet in center with hands on the mat, chest up, low lunge to the front, pivot, pivot, pivot. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose, reach the right hand in front, use your block if you like. Lift the left leg, lift the left arm, reach high. Starting by looking down first, get yourself set up. When you're good to go, when you're stable, look left. Then try looking up and holding for another deep breath. Standing split transition, lower the left hand. Step your left foot back to low lunge, downward facing dog, step back. You can hold it here, or if you want to flow through your plank chaturanga, feel free. Meeting in downward facing dog, we'll hold for another deep breath. Taking an inhale, lifting up the right leg high. With your exhale, low lunge, step your foot through the hands, stepping your left foot up behind the front foot so the right leg crosses in front. Relax the head down as you fold. Let's hold here for another deep breath. Stepping your left foot back over to the left side. With your next inhale, sweep the arms around, rise up. Bring both palms together at the heart center. Samastitihi, setting up Vrikshasana tree pose, just going the other way. Shift your weight to the left leg, turn the right toes out. Look straight ahead past your nose at one point. Step your right foot inside the left leg, above or below the knee, avoiding the inside of the left knee directly. Relax the shoulders, stand tall, then press down, arms high, reach high, relax the shoulder blades away from the ear. Nice easy breath, soft gaze. We'll hold one more breath. Bringing the palms together again at the heart center. Setting up standing figure four, point your right knee straight forward, bring your right ankle above the left knee, bend the left knee as you sit, one breath. Take it to warrior one, Virabhadrasana, right foot back, heel down, lift up, arms high, option to look up or straight ahead, but interlace fingers overhead, press the palms up, relax the shoulders, one more breath. And look forward if you're not already. Lower your hands to the mat, opposite sides of the left foot, Parsvottanasana. You'll straighten the left leg. Use blocks under your hands if you like. Round it down and hold for another deep breath. Bring your left hand inside the left foot. Bend at the left knee, setting up Skandasana, side lunge. Go to the right, back of the mat. You'll bend the right knee. Sit deep, one breath. We'll take it to center, wide-legged fold, Prasarita Padottanasana, hips up. Fold over the legs, relax the toes. Any variation you like, you can just keep your hands down. You can walk the hands back behind you, grabbing onto big toes. Forearms down, that's a favorite of mine. Maybe interlace fingers behind the back, stretching arms overhead if you like. Wherever you are, just give it another full breath. We'll meet in center, hands on the mat, chest up. Take it to low lunge at the front. As you pivot, walk your hands around. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Feel free to use a block if you like. Under your left hand as you reach out, lift the right leg up, reach the right arm high. Always looking down first, see where you are. When you're stable, when you're steady, that's when you shift your gaze right. Try looking up and giving it another deep breath. Standing split transition, we'll lower the right hand, step to low lunge, bring your right foot back on the mat, downward facing dog, step back. You can hold it here or flow through. Let's take another full breath. And inhaling, lift the left leg. Exhaling, low lunge. Step the right foot up behind the left so your left leg crosses in front. Relax the head down as you fold, taking one more breath. Step your right foot back to the right side, separating your feet hip-width distance apart. Padangusthasana, hand to toe pose. Grab onto your big toes in yogi toe lock, first two fingers of each hand. Lift the chest, inhale. Then exhale, head down, elbows out. Option to modify in ragdoll if you choose as you hang over the legs, taking hands to opposite elbows. Let's give it another deep breath. And inhaling, lift the chest. Exhaling, let go of your toes. Step back into plank pose, taking a deep breath in. Let's come on to hands and knees. Child's pose, separate the knees, toes together. You can continue reaching arms forward, maybe turn the palms up, or you can reach the arms straight back behind you. Completely up to you. Just settle in, soften in, and let's take 3 easy deep breaths. Let's take another deep breath. And coming up onto hands and knees. Let's do a little pigeon pose. And bring your right knee through, left leg back, sit tall. Modify as you need. Work around any cats as you need. But seriously, if you want, you can put props under the right hip or thigh. If this does not feel great for the knees or hips, you can lay on your back, do the reverse figure 4, right ankle above the left knee, and walk the hands out as you lengthen. Because I have a little obstacle here, I'm just gonna, there we go, buddy. Okay. All right, now I can lower down. Let's give it another deep breath. As you release, head up. Slide the hands in, come on to hands and knees, bring the right knee back, then come forward, and let's reach the arms out to the sides, fingertips on the mat, or rather off the mat. Lift your elbows up toward the sky, but keep your elbows, your arms in line with your shoulders. Then pressing down, tenting the hands, just lift the chest up. And relax the shoulders back, and let's hold for another deep breath or so. And flow back down onto the mat, slide the arms alongside the body, and turn your head to the side. Taking one more breath. Reach the hands to opposite sides of your chest on the mat. Press to hands and knees. Pigeon on the left side. Slide the left knee through, right leg back. Sit tall. Again, modify on the back if you choose. Reverse figure 4. You're going to take your left ankle above the right knee and hug the right leg in. Or just from your pigeon here, keep the hips level. Slide the arms out, head down. All right, both are nice folding stretches to help release the back bend. And we'll give it another deep breath or so. And coming out, slide the hands in, head up. Come onto hands and knees again. Come forward, lower all the way down onto the belly. Again, you can either do the first back bend, right, the modified cobra pose with your arms out to the sides, fingertips on the floor, chest up, or if you want to go for it, Dhanurasana boat pose by bending the knees, reaching hands to your feet, and pressing down, whatever back bend you choose, set it up. Then inhale, lift up, come up, relax your gaze, past the nose, coming up, lifting up, let the breath move nice and easy. One more big inhale. Then exhale, lower down, release, and turn your head to the other side. One more breath. And slide the hands to opposite sides of your chest. Come onto hands and knees. Child's pose, arms forward or back, 3 breaths. And come up to hands and knees. Sweep your legs around front. Bending up at your knees, lay down on your back. Hug the knees in. Feel free to rock a little if you like. Happy baby pose if that feels good. And hugging the knees in. Option while you're here, you can either come into Supta Baddha Konasana, feet on the mat, then bring the soles of the feet together, drop the knees out, hands on your belly. Or if you'd like to go upside down, taking an inversion, shoulder stand, headstand, always a fine option. If it's still too warm for you to go into full shoulder stand, right, because it tends to generate a lot of heat and might make you sweat. If that's not for you, you can skip that, or if you want to go for it, absolutely fine. You can also take the supported variation by taking a block underneath the lower back on the flat side and just lifting your legs up. Here's a nice modified shoulder stand. Or again, regular variation if you want to get right into your Sarvangasana and maybe even Halasana. Let's give it another deep breath. And slowly lower down. If you were upside down in shoulder stand or any of those variations, we'll do fish pose. I'm going to grab a block to take the supported variation. So take the block on the flat side. The block starts in the middle of the back. So when you lay down, make sure the block doesn't touch the back of your hips. Halfway, lay back, shoulders around the block. You can even put a bolster in between the shoulder blades or a rolled up blanket, that's fine too. And let's take 3 deep breaths. And releasing out. If you're using a prop like I am, bend your knees, roll to your side to remove the block from behind you. Hug your knees in, and if you're doing Supta Baddha Konasana, bring the knees together. You can also hug the knees in here. Feel free to take any final stretch or any other twist or anything you'd like to do briefly before settling into your Shavasana. Sometimes there's a little stretch or another pose that we'd like to do that helps to work out final kinks in the body before we settle into stillness. If otherwise you are good to go, set yourself up for Shavasana, your final relaxation, extending legs out on the mat. Separate your feet a little bit. Let the arms drop out toward the sides, palms turned up so your shoulders more easily melt back on the mat. Closing your eyes. Just let go of your breath. Settle into stillness. Give yourself some space. Relax fingertips, toes, unclenching the jaw. And just give yourself a few moments to rest and restore before you return to your day. Feel free to remain a little bit longer if you have time to do so. Otherwise, I will leave you here. Thank you again for sharing your practice with me. Until we meet again on the mat, namaste.